Cindy Harrison here, your artist in residence and host of Paint with Heart. Welcome to the Paint with Heart Studios. Today we're going to be doing Playful, Flowerful Tote. And it's going to incorporate using acrylic paints with a fabric medium. If you have fabric paint, that works too. And we're going to also take some buttons and learn how to decorate the buttons to match the projects you're working on. Before we get started, I want to introduce you to my bestie, Melissa Reyes.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I am Melissa Reyes. Thank you so much, Cindy. I am here from Southern California, and I'm so thankful to be with you on Paint with Heart. I am thrilled to do playful, flowerful totes because it has everything that I love. It's got, it's a tote bag where you can carry all your wonderful goodies in, and it's got flowers, which I love, and so we can just show how we bloom and shine to the world with our pretty flowers. And it's got, well, playfulness. And the word of the day is playful. I was going to decorate that, but I ran out of time, so maybe later. But it's good to be playful. And today we're dressed up with our little tiaras because it's the Oscars and we want to kind of pretend that we're superstars. And why not? We are. So let's get going.
Woohoo! So I know some of you have already got yours done, but for those who don't, I put some freezer wrap paper inside. Typically, I would iron the back of the freezer wrap paper on here, but it's pretty firm. You can also put one of those t-shirt boards in there or whatever you have that makes it more stiff. And if the paint goes through, it blocks the paint from going to the back. I have a ruler, and this is a Choco Air erasable pen, but I also have pencils, and the difference between this and a pencil and some of the other pens that over time the air will disappear. The ink will disappear from being exposed to the air. Whereas the other ones, you have to use a damp cloth and wipe away those marks. But it's not a problem because our acrylic paints are water-based and those marks will disappear. I'm gonna put in a line for my ground area. So I line up my edge of the ruler so that it's squared off and just put in this line where my ground will be. Now, this is for people who don't have a pattern, don't know where to begin. Take your buttons, and I'm going to use buttons that are about 3/4 of an inch and maybe 5/8 of an inch. So if I do 3 buttons, and think of where the top of your tote is, or jacket or shirt, think about where it's lying. And then I'm gonna take and put smaller ones in the middle. So I'm looking to see, these aren't much different, but see placement. So you have an idea of placement of your flowers. Give yourself enough space around them so you can have a nice blossom. Take your marker or pencil, and then you go around that. And that's the center of your flowers. So when you take it off, that's where your center of your flowers are going to be. And the marker wipes right off the side of your button, so you don't have to worry about it. Oops. What I like is if I make a mistake, it'll just disappear and it'll be fine. So now that I know where those are going, and like I said, even though it's on the side of my buttons, it'll go right away.
Question, and I don't know if you said this or not. If I don't have that pen, I can use the pencil that you sent me?
Yes, the pencil. That's what I used for the first one.
Okay, so this is, I'm using the water-soluble marking pencil.
Yes. Hold on, I'll take a shot of that. Yep. So it's a blue, it's a blue chalk pencil. So that's what I used the first time. Okay. So once I do that, then I go back with my ruler, and you can line the ruler up, either square it to the top or square it to the bottom, or square it to the line you put it on. Maybe that's what we should do. Go to the center of your flower, and you can draw your stems. And again, I know that some of this is I mean, some people already have theirs on there, so. But this helps you in the future if you don't have a pattern and you want to make a pattern. This is how you do it. My little ones are probably too close to my ground, but that's okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Now, next thing I did was I drew a big arc. Crazy wild, huh? Draw one the other way. Up or down. Now, one of these is going to go behind the other. Match it. And if this one comes up, you might want it to go this way. And this one go that way. So you decide which one's going to go on top of the other. And it looks more natural if you have overlapping. Like this is bigger than that one. I might switch that when I go to paint it. I can always, if this one comes here, I can always bring that one up. Because what's nice is whatever lines you make on it with that pencil or the marker will disappear. Right? Right.
Okay, another question.
Yeah.
I had a square button in my pack.
Yes.
Do I trace the square button now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, most of you are already at this point. So what we're going to do is take out your, if you're using fabric medium, give yourself a puddle of fabric medium and give yourself a puddle of cadmium yellow. And we're going to paint all the centers with cadmium yellow. Now, what I found worked better for me is not to mix the paint, fabric painting medium in with the paint, but to actually paint your fabric first with the medium and then put your paint on top of that. That makes sense to you? I hope. Okay.
No, can you say that again?
Okay, so I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to actually paint this on first. So with my puddle, I'm going to go and take some of that medium and paint it on first, just the medium, no paint. And after I'm done putting the medium on there, then I'll go into my puddle of paint and paint my paint over top of it.
Gotcha.
I'm going to do something different. I want you all to do the yellow, but I'm going to make this one different because Melissa knows I want to be different.
Well, can I? Yeah, because she likes to throw me for a loop. I think that's what I know. But Cindy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm asking all kinds of questions today. Teacher. I have 5 flowers.
Yes.
But you have 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, gotcha. I couldn't count properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Phew.
Well, my first.
I haven't had anything to eat or drink yet today.
You should have some coffee.
I need my coffee. I'm going to go summon my people to get me something. Excuse me.
Because you are the princess of the day.
You know, when you've got 4 boys in the house, it's nice to get somebody to cater. Okay, hold on.
Well, Melissa knew that originally when we talked about this, I said, oh, can I do flowers with faces on them? And she scoffed at me. So guess what I'm doing, Melissa?
Okay. It wasn't the faces that bothered me in general. It was the specific faces that we wanted to use, Cindy.
Uh-huh.
And then the only reason Cindy didn't go with the faces was because I wanted to call it, what was it?
I don't know.
Happy.
Funny faces, fancy faces, freaky faces.
Freaky faces would have been good. No, that song, Happy. Oh, it'll come to me. I can't. Coffee first. A memory later.
There you go. At any rate, we nixed the faces. And I think it was a good idea from some of the looks and some of the people that are in our room today.
Okay.
You are.
Someone somewhere made those faces and you liked them. I totally respect that. I do. I just, options. I'm open to, having multiple options, and flowers are my friends.
I'm all about the compromising. It just reminds me of Alice in Wonderland and the faces. The flowers have faces.
It was shiny, happy people. I wanted to call it shiny, happy people. She didn't like that.
So, all your centers are yellow. Mine are not. I'm going to go with Avocado. And again, so you're going to take your medium, your fabric medium, and go and paint your leaves. You're also going to go with that line of medium right up your line of your stem line. And you see how mine starts to disappear because of the moisture. So if you are not sure where you put it and you want to mix a little bit of paint in with your medium, just so you know where you've been and where you're going, you can do that too. Now, it doesn't have to be the colors I chose. Again, that's suggested. I say that every week in my instructions. These are suggested colors. These are just the colors I chose to use. However, you can choose the colors that you want to use. I will not be offended. This could probably be a lighter color, but I'm gonna pop it with some sour apple, because that's one of the colors you have, Melissa, right?
And yes, I have sour apple. I have all the colors that you listed. Now, if you go change it now, I don't have it. Like, I don't have a flesh color.
No, because you're not doing the faces. You don't like the faces.
Here.
We do try to work together and
yeah, you know what? It's no excuses, or we're just getting used to doing everything so far in advance, but our brains aren't used to it yet.
Yeah.
So when we go talk about what are we doing today, we're still thinking, wait, the last conversation we had was really about like 2 weeks from now. So it's a little confusing.
Well, she asked me today, what did we do last week? And all I could think of was the lovebirds. And I had to go look it up like, oh no, we did 2 truths and a lie. How can I forget?
Oh, we're getting used to it, ladies, though. We really are. I think we might have to add just like one little like meeting on Saturday night to just kind of go over what were we doing tomorrow and what did we do last week in real time.
In real time, yeah.
In real time.
Okay.
What color are you basing those in?
I'm using Avocado.
Okay.
But if you want to use like a Hauser medium, a medium shade green, I would say. This is probably on the darker side of medium shade. It could have probably stood to be a little lighter and it would have been okay, but I didn't want to go too light. So you go right through, when they overlap, just go right through them because you're base coating them, it doesn't matter.
You've been painting a long time, right? I haven't.
Yeah. 25 years.
Yeah, I watched your cherry blossom video.
Oh, cool. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think that I'm outmatched.
Did it offend you in any way?
Absolutely. You know, the butt tattoo thing, that was, you know. No, but I think the girls in this group are really good painters, and I you know,
You're
it's a little
fine.
intimidating.
You are fine. You're gonna just fit right in. The fact that you love paint is good enough for us.
This is why I'm here, to balance it out. Because I am not a decorative artist or painter. So everybody, so we have all levels. They're all good.
Now, not to confuse you, Melissa, I'm stopping here, but I want you to paint every stem and every leaf.
Okay.
And the only other thing that I did was I took a stiff-handled brush. This is a dome, but a stiff bristled brush if you have one, and with a little bit of the fabric medium and a little bit of the green, and I'm going to just scrub this ground in. After I did it in green, I said to myself, well, it probably should have been brown, but you know what? I'm not introducing yet another color to my palette. This is it. All she wrote.
You don't want to upset me, I know.
I know. Change.
I was looking for something I wanted to show you, and I can't find it.
I know how awful that is.
Oh, well, I'm not going to tell you what it is, because
Okay, when you find it.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do them all, so I'll get there eventually.
There's, we're selling also online paint box of the month, which is really sometimes an envelope of the month. And you get, hopefully, you're supposed to get all the supplies you need to do certain, like 3 out of 4 of the projects in that month. Next week, we're gonna use plastic wrap on our project. And I do have a stencil, and I've got to find out if I can, if I used a stencil, but you don't have to. Again, these are just suggested things. If you have stencils or you have, you know, whatever I use, if you have something similar, it doesn't have to be identical, or you want to freehand, whatever. I mean, this is just to get together to have fun. Now, if you don't have buttons or anything round like that, you can always use one of these things too. These circle templates, and draw your circles on with that. And I'm going to magically take this away and put this one down.
Oh.
Just like magic. Exciting. Let's go on to, I'm going to take out some sour apple. And I'm going to take out a flat brush, and I'm just going to use my regular soft bristled acrylic flat brush. You can, if you have fabric brushes, by all means, go for it. Use those, but I'm just going to use what I got. Not that I don't have fabric brushes, I do, but I'm being lazy right now. So,
Me too.
I'm going to pick up some, again, on the corner of my brush, not all the way across. And I'm going to start with the water end of my brush down and paint up and start to drag it up. And stick that paint up into the top corner of it. You can wash it off and then take the clean brush and just soften that makeup line. That's what that's all about. Now, I've done it on these, but what happens is, and I can start with the paint up at the top and work my way down, but make sure you end up with the water in the base of that leaf, not the paint. So I did it already once before, but it fades away. This one here, I did not go all the way up to the other leaf. I left some dark in there, but we're going to put dark in there after anyway. Where it overlaps, you choose which one goes on top and which one goes on the bottom. And the one that goes on top gets a full run of this dark green. The one that goes on the bottom, you have to break up your light green, not dark green. Water down, paint up. Water down, paint up. I'm going to turn it around sideways here when I do this one. Water down, paint up. And I'm always doing the inside, the part of the leaf that is toward the stem. So I went and there's a company, those that are in this business know, Viking Wood.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, they were having a sale. And so I said, you know, I'm gonna go check them out and see what I can find. And I found some really neat ornaments for 2017 ornament collection. So I can't wait to get them in the mail so I can start designing all the ornaments for the 2017 ornament kits, ornament book.
That's cool.
I'm so excited.
So this is the 2016 ornament collection book that that Cindy wrote, and this is all the ornaments that we made last year. And so she made this really great book, and you can get it at her website. It has all the step-by-step instructions and the patterns, and we did all of these on Paint with Heart. So she's already getting ready for the next year. They're so cute.
So, yeah, so yes, all the videos are still available on Paint with Heart. The difference would be the videos that are open to the public only show you 6 ornaments. That if you buy the book or you buy the ornament collection kit, which has 10 materials for 10 projects in it, then you get the password to the ornament collection club, and you get to have access to all 12. The video needs a password. So you might have to do 2 coats. Like I said, sometimes the paint gets absorbed and disappears. I did not do any highlight along the ground. I just did it on the leaves. And we can do a little bit on the stems. Let's see, we're going to take a little bit. And if you do any, I would just kind of hit the center of the center. And I should have ironed my tote, but again, being lazy as I am, I guess I don't get any points for being prepared properly. Okay,
I screwed up and I had to repaint my leaves because I did them the opposite.
that's okay.
Is everybody in this class right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right.
I'm right. That's a good question.
Right.
Yeah, am I so I'm left-handed, so everything you all do, I have to do upside down and backwards.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Oh, it's all right. I'm used to it. I painted the outside of my leaves to highlight instead of the inside because I was following you and I was like, whoop. But,
Yeah, and that I try to say like which direction. So I said put the highlight
yep,
towards the stem.
which is when I realized I made a boo-boo.
But you know what? It's paint. Just if you want it the other way, base coat it out and you'll be fine.
You know, I got it. But thank you.
It's all good. So when we're done with that, take out, I used Midnite Green because I thought this was a darker value than, a lot of times I use Plantation Pine, but that just wasn't cutting it for me. I need a little bit more drastic value change. So on the opposite side of your highlight, you're going to pick up the Midnite Green, and I'm going to use, the water end is up, the paint end is down, and in my case, on the outside of each leaf, away from the stem. Wash my brush out and then go back and let's get rid of that makeup line.
An observatory.
So when you have one over top of the other, choose that. I chose to do the shading on the outside of this one, but not put any on the back leaf between it. You know, but I'm gonna put the water up to the top peak and bring the color down. This one here, I can go the opposite, but I don't want these two leaves to be the same color. Let's see, so paint down, water up, and draw it up so the water gets into the peak. I have to move my piece because it just, sometimes, you know, you just have to move your piece. Paint down, water up. Gotta keep telling myself that because I will mess up and do something else. Paint down, water up. This is, you know, I don't know, I just thought it was cute, and it, you know, we're all tired of winter, those of us who especially have to deal with the snow. Some of us have to deal with rain out in LA. But I thought this would be cute because two things. The flowers to me, spring, new beginnings, you know, it's a new cycle and it's warmer than the winter. The sun is out longer, all those things. And I love tote bags. I love bags. I use bags for everything. So it kind of, it served both of my things. I love flowers and I love tote bags.
You're so funny, Cindy. You're so sweet.
Melissa's year is all about the year in bloom.
That's right.
And so she has a whole program and a Facebook page and a website all about inspirational adventures. You tell them.
Yeah, so I've been like a life coach for a while. And when I met Cindy, that was one of the things that I did. But I had this show online called Tinseltown. So it goes back 3 years where I interviewed people. And the idea was to incorporate my love of Hollywood and my love of the movies and stuff, but to show how people can be inspiring and be superstars in their own life, and that everybody has that super ability to be a superstar and really rock their world by showing just who they are. And like all of you have this talent and this ability to do these amazing things. And so like I would interview you on my show and then show how I thought that you were an inspiration. And that was what I was doing when I met Cindy. And so I kind of got that out of my system. And also because I don't think people really got the whole Tinseltown, because a lot of times people wanted me to talk about actual celebrities in Hollywood. So I changed it to be called Inspiring Adventures. And this year I developed a program called A Year in Bloom and incorporated all of my loves of art and flowers and beautiful things, and really kind of combined with Cindy and the things that we love about color and life. And so the neat thing about collaborating is that when you come with creative people is that the things that we both love have been coming together in our projects. So it's as simple as a tote bag, yes, but it really is symbolic of a lot of the things that we both love. So it's neat to hear her talking about the things that I love, and I hope that I'm talking about the things that she loves. And if it touches you in any way, then we're doing our job.
Oh my God, that was so cute.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Very much.
My daughter said, "Oh my God, that was so cute."
Oh, okay. Then, yay, I'm done.
We did our job.
I am home.
You've reached the 20-somethings.
Hey, that's what, you know, and that has been my goal for the past 3 years or 4 years, is I want to reach the 20-somethings, and I want to do it without alcohol.
Yeah, my kids all paint. One is 22, one is 24, and she will be 29 next week.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yep.
You want to see how much I've done so far?
Sure.
I gotta move.
We have a son.
I'm getting caught up. But I ate my lunch.
There you go.
And I'm actually happy with what I've done so far, considering I just got back into town.
Yep, you're doing good. So now you can, what we can do is go around. I'm going to spotlight Ruth. Tell me what you got. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Yep, very, very nice. Cynthia. Oh, she's got them. Oh, she's got a whole, look at her garden. Oh,
Nice.
she's got a full, you've been planting seeds, honey.
I said, what's the birthday? I don't
It's
know.
like overachiever. And Ophelia, want to show us what you got? Oh, she's already painting flowers. She is not wasting any time. Very lovely. Very lovely. Suzanne. Yep, love it. Oh, you're going to have different center colors. Cool.
Well, I did yellow, but you did the face, so I wanted to do something.
Yeah, I did the face. I did. So, and Kathy. Yep, awesome. Okay.
Yay.
Good to go then. Now I'm going to take out a color. This one here, I started with Purple Pizzazz. And I'm not gonna redo that, but I'm going to take out my Blue Violet. They're gonna be done the same way. This one and this one. So in the line drawing, I have a circle, a bigger circle, and like a dash marks or something, so that you that's the outside. You're always going to start from the outside line and work your way in. I'm going to load my brush with some color, and I'm going to start from the outside and pull in. I don't care if I go over the yellow right now. It's just kind of, if you want them fatter, squish your brush down a little bit. and make them fatter. And I should put, let me start over. Put some fabric medium out. And I should start with the fabric medium on my brush. Always make them the same length. For right now, you're making them the same length. And I'm putting the fabric medium and paint together because I want to see where I put the fabric medium. And because that will help me to know if I'm at the right length or not. Always bring them toward that center. They all have to be going towards the center. And that's why I put that outline for the outer circle. So if it's on there, I don't have it on there, but if it was on there, I would know to maintain that circle, that distance from the center.
Cindy, did you do the same thing, kind of a base coat with your fabric painting medium?
That's what I'm doing is I'm picking up fabric medium, but I'm tainting it with some of the blue or whatever value if you do the purple Pizzazz. So if I go over here, I have a puddle here, and then I paint it with some of the blue.
It's kind of mixing as you go.
Yeah, because I want to see where I put the fabric medium. And I don't pick up paint every time I do it, but I do pick up fabric medium every time I put the paintbrush down for a new petal.
Okay.
What blue are you using, Cindy?
This blue, I chose blue violet.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now the only thing is we will have to go back over it with straight paint. To get a second, stronger coverage. So once you've done all the fabric medium, now you can go back with the straight paint and just put the straight paint on. You do want to go all the way to the yellow center. You don't want to leave any white down at the yellow center area. That's why if you go over it, it's okay. Actually, we're going to be putting more layers there, so it probably won't even show up if you did, if you left white there. So for the people who are new, Melissa, can you talk while you're painting?
Sure. Yes.
Tell them something.
What would you like me to tell them?
I don't know.
You want me to tell them a story?
Tell them what the tickets are all about.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. So we have a ticket system to win prizes. We like to give away some things here at Paint with Heart. And you can go to Cindy, don't do it now, but if you're watching the replay or if you'd like to take a look at the exact details, it's at cindyharrisonart.com. And we have a beautiful graphic that Cindy is now showing on the screen, the graphic that has all the rules and details, where it shows what each, how you can get tickets for the raffle, and each ticket, you can get points, and each point is worth a ticket. So you get 2 tickets or 2 points just for being here at live with us on Sundays for our first live show, and then you get another ticket if you come prepared and ready to paint and paint with us during our live show. And you get so you get a total of 4 for being with us, painting and being prepped and ready. And then you can also get tickets for bringing a friend. And then for posting your picture later on Facebook and tagging us so that we can see your finished product or finished project, we'll give you, I think it's 3 points, right? On your own page if you're on Facebook. Naturally, we would love it if you did that on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else you're on social media. And post that with a tag back to Cindy or Paint with Heart. We have a page for our fan page. We have a group, you know, to use our hashtags, whatever you can, so that we can spread the word about Paint with Heart, and then show your beautiful work. And then we can give you those extra points so you have more chances to win. We have a monthly drawing. It's every 4 weeks. It doesn't always happen every month. That's pretty much our main home. We do also go up a little bit, Cindy. Cindy posts the event like an invitation on Facebook. So if you share that prior to the event, you also can get a point. So that's something that not a lot of people are doing, but that's another way. So you get lots of tickets and chances to win the prizes. And the prizes are things like painting pattern packets, brushes, the Ornament Club ebooks, mandala stencils, access to video lessons, coupons for things, and the actual 2017 Paint with Heart apron, which is something that we made for this year. And so Cindy is offering for the one that she made as a prize. And then what is our grand prize drawing, Cindy?
Let's see. The prize will be an original painting by me.
Woohoo! Yeah, we did that. So yeah, so that's our actual, you know, deal here. And this is so we could give you an incentive and so you could have some fun to participate with us through our little social media, computer, online world.
So if you
grow it.
Right, and if you want to see where that is, this is my website. You go to Paint with Heart in the center. You scroll down and learn how to win the prizes. Click on that and it brings you right to that screen. If you want to know when our next show schedule is, it's right there. And the link to the room is right here if you should misplace it, not know how to get back. Under the most recent, like the last 6 episodes, or 4 plus 2 to come, if it says click above to see the supply list, you can go right there, click on it, and it will show you the supply list, and I'll put the line drawing in there. And the month of the box, the box of the month, the box of the month that
like me when I haven't eaten.
that might coincide with the supplies, and the asterisk will tell you what supplies are actually in the box for that lesson. So I'm trying.
And we want to make it easy for you. So if you like to be on Facebook and get your notifications through events, great. But if you'd rather get this information in your email, we have an email list, and we could just send you one every week. Just join the mailing list.
Yeah, which is always at the bottom of the page right here. Subscribe. But there's all the other episodes, so you go at it, have fun, and still post. And if you post your projects from, we're just posting projects from 2017 or any projects?
Oh, you know, if you, any project, I think that we can, during that week's time, we'll give you the points.
Okay.
You know, I think is that what you're asking?
So there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to work. Thank you for that commercial break.
Okay.
Okay, so Snow White, and what we're going to do, put that next to your color, whatever color you're using. You're going to pick up your brush and pick up some of the, I'm going to do this. You pick up the paint that you put on here, and then you run it through the white and do a shorter stroke. And now I'm not picking up any fabric medium because it's already there underneath the underneath what I'm putting on there. Pick up a shorter stroke of the white plus base. So I'm gonna make these a little longer. Sometimes actually using the fabric medium will help it blend into the canvas hairs better. I can tell when I do this that my first layer got shorter on this side. But that's Mother Nature for you. Wash my brush out and I will just pick up some straight white and make shorter strokes.
You know, I've been thinking about how we have become such a family with everybody here, and I just really love it. We think about everybody during the week. We wonder how everybody's doing, and as we grow, it's, you know, it's really nice. Nobody has to feel bad about not coming. Everybody's always welcome to come back. You know, there's a lot of people, and life happens and things happen, but so far we've never had anybody leave because they didn't like it. It's just, you know, you go through phases in life, and maybe Sunday's not always a good time for them. This, unfortunately, we can't satisfy everybody's schedule. We have to work with our schedules, but, you know, that's why there's the replay. People are always welcome to pop in and out, just if you want to show us what you did during the week. Or come to Facebook.
So that's, yes, all that is true. And we appreciate you coming, those that do come, and we appreciate those who watch the replay.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from them more too. We're seeing a lot of hits on the videos, and I'd like to see who they are.
Please feel free to leave comments if you watch it on YouTube, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's that. Those are those two flowers, different colors, but same strokes. This flower in the center, the difference with that one is I pulled the strokes out and left it in a peak form. So I will do it on this one. So on that one, that's going to be tangerine. And again, have a puddle of the medium. And you're going to load your brush with the medium, but you're going to pick up a scant amount of paint just to tint it. And I start from the center and I flick out. Start from the center, flick out. So it left a wider center, but it was pointy on the outside edge.
What brush are you using for that?
I'm still using my fat round.
Fat round.
If you want to use, it's a number 8, but if you want to use, like, okay, for instance, if you don't have a round and you have just the flat brushes, this is how I would do that with a flat brush. Load it up with your medium and your paint. Start, I can do it this way. Start on a chisel. Put it down, pull it out, pull it down, pull it out. It just, you need more strokes. Put it down, pull it out, put it down, pull it out, put it down, pull it out. See how it makes thinner strokes? So you'll need to do more of those to go all the way around.
And that's your tangerine? I'm going to skip to that so I could do this with you.
Yeah, it's a tangerine.
Okay.
Remember, we always had a problem with that with the
yeah,
roosters.
looks just like my cad yellow on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trust you.
So let's go with the flat brush, and we'll just this way here. It'll look way different. It's a big like sunshine. Makes you happy. So that's on that one. And then after I put those on, I went back to my round and picked up that white into the tangerine and started to draw that a little shorter. And then I made these way longer than the ones on the other. Sometimes the fabric makes it hard to get into the paint skips along the top. So you do that all the way around, and when that's done, I went back and did solid colors of tangerine, little circles, and you could do it with the end of your brush, the wooden end, or you can just draw it with your brush hairs. When that's totally dry, I put purple Pizzazz dots in that. As you see here, those are actually purple Pizzazz dots, but they look magenta there. The other new thing added to this website is become a patron. So if you enjoy the lessons that you can watch here, unlimited access, and you want to become a fan, you can sign up for $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month or more. The donation, you know, like donations of $1 a month equals like 25 cents a class. You get rewarded when you sign up that for $1 a month, it's a big thank you from me. If you want to do $5 a month to become a novice orange brush, you get to choose 2 exclusive 4-hour lessons, and there will be a total of 4-hour lessons a year, or these exclusive lessons a year. And you get the PDFs for those chosen lessons. If you do $10 a month, you will get all the previous rewards up here, plus 2 additional exclusive 4-hour lessons and the PDFs for those lessons. So it's a total of 4 a year. So you get invited to all 4 lessons. And you get the written instructions for them so that you don't have to be at the lessons. You can just use the written instructions to paint your projects. So there's a $20 level, a $50 level, and gosh almighty, if anyone signed up for $100 per month, I would flip a lid. But if you did, you get all those rewards previous plus more. So that's that. Commercial break. I want to show you this one more flower here, and then we got to do the buttons. So you can figure that this flower here, I painted it turquoise, and Melissa doesn't have that color. So we're going to make it watermelon. So I'm just going to paint right over that with the watermelon. And it will look silly, but it'll be okay. So go right around your yellow.
She must really like me because she is so willing to change.
Paint this out, and because it's going over the turquoise, I might have to do 2 coats. But once that's painted out, I would take my finer liner brush and pick up some of that white and then pull the lines out from the center. And I really kept these simplified because I didn't want a lot of attention drawn to them. My pictures are these big ones. That's the ones that I want to be more noticeable. Bum, bum, bum. So we have a purple one, tangerine, blue violet. This is going to be watermelon. What was this one?
Carousel pink.
Oh, was it?
We have a carousel pink out.
Okay. And the carousel pink will be just like this one. So I want to put this aside for a second because I want to show you how you can change the color of your button if you don't have a colored button. Cad yellow is what we painted the centers with, right? Well, guess what? This sunshine yellow Adirondak alcohol ink is the same color. So what I did was I took my felt dauber, and if you don't have a dauber, you can just, if you take a end of a fat dowel and put a piece of Velcro, staple a piece of Velcro into it, and then you can stick your felt onto that. But I'm going to put a few dots onto my felt dauber of this color. And then I'm going to take it and put it on top of, now I picked buttons that specifically had designs on top of it. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can hold it up. Can you see?
Yeah.
So I specifically put ones that had designs on the top. So then when all was said and done, I had the yellow is on the top and the white is on the bottom in the lines. So you can do the same. If you do a solid one, then it'll all be that color. When they're dry, you take a piece of this is color number 444. I don't know if it has a color name, but you take a piece of yellow embroidery floss that's the same color as sunshine yellow or cad yellow. And I have this really big, thick needle. I don't know why, I just do. And because crafters, you know, artists, crafters, people who are creative, they have a lot of different things. So what I did was, put this over here so I don't get in trouble. Go into your, I'm going to do my lines straight up and down. I'm going to go down through one of the holes on my button. Bring it not all the way through, obviously. Find out where the other hole is on my button and bring it up through. Now, if you want to, you know, wrap it around a few times, you can. But what I did was I stopped there. Take the two ends. Let's see, I want to make a bow.
Sorry.
Make it a little longer. I'm going to just tie it in there. At this point, you can knot it. I didn't knot it, but you could knot it if you want. And take your floss around, tie a bow, trim it off, and that's a nice decoration. I probably would knot it, and I might do that. before the day is over, just so that it doesn't come undone and I lose my button. So that's what I would do with all the centers. Oh, and I found this at Michael's. So I thought, isn't that perfect just to clip it on the edge of your handle? Oops, let me back up. So it just, to me, kind of just finished off the little decoration on the edge of my handle. So see? And if you have great penmanship and it interests you, you can always put on there the things that you're thankful for, or
You could write a year in blue. Just kidding.
yep,
You write playful,
yep.
powerful. What color did you use for your buttons? The alcohol ink?
Sunshine yellow.
Okay, that would make sense.
Oh, and I forgot, I had a ladybug button. So I think I'm gonna sew her on too.
Nice.
I don't know where I'm gonna sew her on, but I'm gonna sew her on somewhere. And Cynthia even found bumblebee buttons.
Oh, that's perfect.
Isn't that cool?
Yes. The ladybug and bumblebee and butterfly. Okay.
Oh, quick
fun.
question. The little ones in the bottom. What did we do for them again around the edge? Did it just get like white strokes?
Yeah, I'll show you. And I took my liner brush and the white,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just drew one up the middle and one
Yeah,
on.
Kayla, hurry, come here.
Okay.
Yep. Alrighty then. Thank you.
If you don't have, you're welcome. If you don't have buttons and you want to just keep your center this, what I would do is go back with your stylus or the end of your brush handle and maybe go in and like put some dots around it.
Well, I did that anyways, even though I'm going to put the buttons on there. I think it's going to cover it. So, but
Oh yeah, it will.
that's all right. I may just use a smaller button.
And yeah, you can do that too, or you can draw a face on there.
Well, I have 2 face spots, so I'm waiting for whatever that's going to be.
Yeah, I'll show you what I was gonna put on there, but Melissa said no. And I think Cynthia agreed with her.
Please show everybody. In that big space in the middle.
You're
I
not,
want to get my camera ready.
you're not fun.
Blackmail.
They're not baked yet.
Those don't even make. That's not it.
They are it.
The
Those
other ones
are
look,
bad.
they look like aliens.
Because they're not painted.
Those aren't even bad. That's not. I don't know. I had nightmares about what you showed me the first.
They're not painted.
They were like creepy dolls.
So,
That looks pretty. I think you. I don't know. It was.
here is my flower garden, my Playful flower tote, with the faces on it. So I want to show you quickly how I did the faces. At this point, all the faces were base coated with flesh tone, or now it's called warm beige. And I started by drawing lines for the nose and lips. It's by doing the nose first, I was able to determine where the lips would be and where the eyes would be. So you're going to take your burnt sienna with some water in your brush or fabric medium, and you're going to place the line that goes on the left side and the right side of the nose. if it's, you know, obviously you're going to try and wash it off if it's not where you want it to be. Then I added 2 little nostril areas. That's all I did for the nose. That is the nose. So you draw the lines on the left and the right. You add the 2 little dots for the nostrils. From that determined where my lips were going to be. So I drew those on. I started with the peak, which kind of goes right where that nostril is. Brought that down, brought it down on this side. You can do little dashes in the middle. You can make this full lips. You can make it thin lips. So it's all dependent upon you, what you want to do. You can actually make them, you know, wider lips. Give her a wider smile. And then I'm going to put a little line kind of in the middle, arching underneath those peaks. So it arches underneath those peaks. Now you need to determine what kind of eyes do you have. Do you have a closed eye, open eye, one open, one closed? Do you have happy eyes? Sultry eyes? Yeah, it's all a matter of what kind of eyes you want to have. This eye here is more, and the blue flower and the purple flower is more of this type of eye, where I did a line on top and a line on bottom with the burnt sienna. So I did a line on top and a line on bottom. You can also add your eyebrow. I did dots for the eyebrow. Now I know where my eye's going to be, which now determines where my cheek's going to be, correct? I'm going to use carousel pink because it's one of my flowers. If you used watermelon, you can use watermelon. Whatever's on your palette, stay with the colors on your palette. Do not introduce a new color other than we will be introducing black. So with the pink, now I can go in. Again, I'm using my liner brush. If you want to use your round brush for this, you can. But I'm going to take a very diluted wash of pink, and I'm going to add it to her lips. And then I'm going to take either my round brush or my flat brush and do a very, very soft side load underneath her cheek. She's going to have high eyes here, high cheekbone. And you're going to add a very soft, like a C stroke of this pink. Okay. For the eye, I'll take my 8 round that I've been using throughout the piece. You can go smaller if you want, and pick a color. So I have a green eye and a blue eye. You can do a tangerine, any color that's on your palette. But I guess I'll go with the green eye. I'm going to base coat in a green eye. This eye is going to be round. You have 2 lines, so it's going to be rounded on the sides. You see how I did that? So it's rounded here and it's rounded there. It might take 2 coats, as you see there. Take out your white And I'm going to just touch down a highlight. You can do it as a little stroke. You can do it as dots. You can even do it as a little side load if you wanted. Like this one here, we can go in and do like a C stroke. It's not a very big area, so you don't really need to put a lot of effort in that. Take out your black and go back to your 10-aught liner. And now we're going to place a pupil. Now, this is however you want it. This is where it makes a difference. On this kind of eye, if you want to bring it as they're looking to the left, go all the way to the bottom. So now that eye is looking to my left. This eye, if you do it so that the circle is connected to the top piece, but doesn't come all the way down to the bottom, it's kind of looking up. See the difference? If you want her looking forward, go from the top to the bottom and then round that out. If you lose color on either side, go back and add it in after. So I can go back in and put some on that side. And if my highlight overtook, I'll just add that back in and then put the highlight back after. And you can add the 2 dots over here. And then the dot up there. So again, this is one of those playful things. You can do it wherever you want and make it look different every time. The eyelashes I did with burnt sienna. You can follow your eye around and then draw them off of that. This type of eye, I had put the line here, so I'll just follow that line and go ahead and put my eyelashes. So you can go back and add those after you finish the eye. So that's pretty much it. And that's how I made the faces. For the closed eye, it's going to be a little bit above her cheek. And then I'm going to add a few little short strokes, not very long strokes. But what I did for her, and you can do it on the other eyes too, but what I did for her was take a side load of one of the colors on your palette as a eyeshadow. It's a very, very diluted side load of, in this case, purple Pizzazz. And I'm going to just do another little C stroke or just follow that line on the eye. And that's her eyeshadow. If you want to do it on the open eyes, follow that line that you created with the burnt sienna. So there you have it. Pretty straightforward. If you have any problems, contact me and I will give you a little private lesson on how to do it. Okie dokie.
What was that?
Gracie? Say your goodbyes, Gracie.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here on Paint with Heart for our playful day. I hope you had a good time. I sure did. I just love doing Paint with Heart with Cindy Harrison. She's my best friend, and I can't wait to use my tote bag and remember how much fun I had here. And thank you. Have a wonderful week, and see you next time.
Thank you, Melissa. So if you're still interested in the paint box of the month for March, I believe it's on my website. If you cannot, you want to pay with PayPal, you have to email me separate and I will invoice you. And so thank you all for being here today and joining me in this playful, flowerful tote project. And for those on replay, thank you for being here and hope you enjoyed it. Again, next time, until next time, remember to always paint with heart.
Bye-bye.
Good night.